Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. This is Ray Ray. It's Ray Ray all day. Welcome to my channel. I just want to say I'm so pleased that you are here with me to listen to me rant, rave, and talk my ish. Give you my opinion, my take, my, opinion about everything. Of course, everything is allegedly, but when you're talking about scripted shows, how much allegedly do you need? But we got to put it up there anyway, child, because never know. Never know. Anywho, have you been watching Force? What was it? Power Book 4. Force with Tommy Egan and them and fine as Diamond. Hey Diamond, how you doing? This is season 2, episodes 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna get through this. People tripping. I know y'all been watching. If you haven't, just stay tuned and I'm just gonna bring you up to speed. Child, okay. Starts off. Season 2, episode 1, right? Tommy is grieving over Liliana. She talking to him through the portal, y'all. The poltergeist portal. He gonna vow to make the Flynns suffer because she telling him one of them Flynns did it. When they had that shootout at the end of season 1, and you know who did it? Claudia. But Tommy don't know yet. But yeah, he rolls up on the Flynn's worker to find out where all the Flynn's is at. And, the worker was like, I can't tell you nothing. Then he murks some child. After he rats out the Flynn's, he finally tells him, then Tommy just murks him. Tommy's a cold-blooded SOB. You know that? So next we got Tommy and his family. His mama Kate, she's trying to be sober now. Ain't that nothing? And, she's in love with her grandson and being a grandma. I hope nothing happened. We always see when folks are getting right and something happen. Oh, Lord. Let's hope Miss Kate, nothing happened to her because there's a lot going on, child. Wait till I get to episode 2 and 3. But yeah, Popo trying to get Tommy's ID because they're trying to figure out who is this dude rolling with CBI and them. Who is this? Who is all these things happening when this dude coming to town? So, they trying to figure out who he is, and child, they gonna find out. Next, we got Diamond. Child, I just perk up my Gantt girl. Diamond. Oh, he's so fine. I'm so glad I'm so glad he on this show. Give me something really fine to look at while I'm watching these shows, child, because I don't know about you, but after Ghost was killed, I'm like, well, who am I going to look at? Because no shade, but ain't too many of my types on the Power Universe just yet, but, Ghost and Diamond, I'm just saying. Anywho, Diamond announces the split between him and Jenard. And Jenard, pretty much telling his crew the same thing. Tommy makes his presence known with Diamond. Diamond is co-signing the partnership. But folks who are making a decision whether they're going to stick with Diamond, the CBI, or they're going to stick with Jenard. I don't know. What is Jenard's crew name? I don't know. Anywho, so folks is a little up in arms, especially his little one named Chewy. It's always the little ones. It's always got to buck up. So Chewy may be a problem, but he's sticking around because they're offering a little less price than what they was getting from Jenard. So Tommy is, trying to win over folks, but Tommy don't give a doggone because Tommy gonna do Tommy. And that's that on that. And they gonna understand that real quick. Yeah, but Tommy letting Diamond know he plans to, seek out who murked Liliana. And then Diamond lets him know that, this dude named Garcia is the connect and Tommy won't in. He's like, if we partners, we partners. But, you got to ease up on folks when you're dealing with the usual in this line of business, with the street pharmaceuticals and everything. You just can't bust in. Yeah, I'm so-and-so partner. What's up? No, they just may shoot you in your pinky toe. But, so far so good. Next, we got Walter Flynn, child, meeting with security. But he met with a little resistance because, talking about Tommy and everything. And, child, he's trying to get a better security team because of what happened, with the Serbs, taking them out. What was they at the funeral of somebody? It was somewhere, child. I forgot. That was last season. But yeah, he talking with Garcia. I mean, with the new security. So security, this is the son of who Flynn used to work with. So the son was like, yesterday's prices ain't today's prices. And so Walter Flynn was like, I guess, motherfucker, I guess. So, he ain't got nothing else to do but comply. Now we got Victor Flynn, child. He's still grieving over. I know, I get it. When you lose I ain't never lost. Well, I kind of did. Oh, it made me think back in the day. May he rest in peace. Anywho, Victor Flynn, his name Victor? Yeah, Victor is drinking, grieving over Gloria, child, and he vowing to get, well, he know who did it, but he can't really just take his own daddy out. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, Diamond meets with his new parole officer, and his new parole officer is a butthole. Uh-oh, that may be a problem, y'all. Next, we got Tommy. Tried to take out Flynn while he's visiting with the kids, but it was some other things going on and he couldn't really take them out. So he kind of thought twice and didn't pull the trigger. Thank goodness, because it just would have been a mess. Oh, so anyway, they don't trust their daddy. They doing Dahlia business partnership, meaning Victor and Claudia. They really don't want nothing to do with their daddies to the point where, they got to do a whole lot. But at the same time, I think they betting on Dahlia. That synthetic drug, whatever, that flock of mess. Excuse me. That flock of mess that Claudia got from Tommy. Anywho, Tommy sought out the Gloria's bar and gave it to his brother. What's his name? JP. I'm about to call him PJ. Child. JP. JP is like, oh man, thank you, man. And so he wants, his nephew to help him run it, give him something to do, So we'll see. But at the same time, Popo, them no sneaks and gets Tommy's fingerprints off his car. So now they're about to find out just who he is, child. Mm-hmm. At the same time, Claudia visits with the chemist. She's like, I'm tired. I want to go home. I ain't seen my family. I ain't seen my cats. I ain't seen nobody. I'm ready to go. Claudia's like, no, bitch, you're going to stay here and keep producing because we need all this stuff on the street by tomorrow. Claudia, child. Then Jenard visits Chewy to get him back, trying to persuade him to come back, with all that gangster-ish. Chewy was like, bet, I'm with it. I don't like that white boy, no way. Listen, white folks is okay. Stop. Listen, we know the bad ones and the good ones. Don't just down Tommy because he came in. Oh, Lord. Every white person ain't bad, dagnabbit. Now, them over there is them over there. But, we got some allies now. Tommy good people. Long as you don't cross them. Child, but we gonna find out just how good Tommy is. Hint, hint. But yeah, so um Chewy is back with Jenard and them and everything, but it's not cool to flip flop. What they call them, pancakes? Child. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. So, Jenard's trying to get back, then trying to get an extension for all his debts, child. Then he goes to Claudia to try and get her to buy in so he can pay off people. Poor Jenard, he he about to be stuck between a rock and a rock, not even a hard place, between two rocks, okay? And dirt, 6 feet. Jenard, now you about to find out. You about to F around and find out. Then Diamond and Tommy meet with the Connect, and Tommy is cool, with what's his name? Miguel. And so Tommy sees Miguel's sister, and now he's like, oh yeah, P-U-S-S. No, Tommy. Diamond's like, man, you better leave that woman alone. This ain't what you want. Tommy's like, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. What you talking about? Tommy, we see we see you. We see you. We see you. Okay. Jenard meets up with the what's her name, Shanti, and he's trying to see where her little loyalty is at, trying to get some too. So she let him know just how much she's down. Okay. Next, we got Tommy and Diamond talking about taking out the Connect because they trying to, come up in the world. The Serbs and Miguel to run, all of Chicago, child. So then Diamond gets word Claudia got Dahlia up and running, and then Tommy makes a call to deaden that because they got a plan outside of Dahlia. Okay, so Tommy was finagle, I think it was a JP he called, or his nephew, somebody, to put the chemistry of Dahlia out so people can make it themselves, and it will deaden her business. Ooh, child. Then, child, what's his name? Victor finds out it's on the net. Then he tells Claudia. Then Claudia rushes to go to the chemist, confronts the chemist. Kim's like, what you talking about? No, I'm just here working. Why are you bothering me? Child, then she murks the chemist for thinking the chemist sabotage her so the chemist can leave. Child, poor chemist. May the chemist rest in peace. Then Tommy got internet lessons about selling them drugs from his nephew. He figuring out stuff just like how they was figuring out stuff over there on was it book 2 with what's the boy name? What's the boy name? Tasha's son. How can I forget his name? Tariq. There you go. Remember they was figuring out, this means that and that means this on the internet? Child, same difference. Same difference. What's next? Oh Lord, Jenard promised Diamond some corners. And then the same corners he promised to the Serbs. So the Serbs is trying to get their territory. And I'm like, what? Jenard is just all screwed up, child. Then Tommy nephew gets infection in his side, child. And they rush him to the hospital where Miguel's sister worked, the girl that Diamond told Tommy to stay away from. So Tommy making a scene, and at the front desk because his nephew ain't been seen yet. They've been there an hour and there ain't nothing happening. His nephew about on death's door. So then the sister, I think his name is Maria or Manea, something child. Let's call her Maria. Anywho, so she's there. Fortunately, she's like, "Oh, what's up, Tommy?" He was like, "Man, my nephew about to die, and ain't nobody trying to help him." So she take him in the back, fixes him up, and he stays a night or two, and he's all fixed and well. And So then they say their goodbyes, and he see her, flirting with one of the docs at the hospital. So he's like, oh, okay, she got somebody. We're going to find out how that's going to go. Next, we got Diamond tells Tommy that Chewie flipped. That's all. That's all Tommy needed. See, back in New York, we don't do pancakes. We don't even like waffles. Okay, so you know what's coming, y'all. You know what's coming. Next, Jenard gets visit by Shanti, the female boxer, and she offers him money because she heard he needs some money. And child, he was like, "No, I want your money." She was like, "Take it. It's a loan." He was like, "All right, then. I want you." And next thing you know, Pound Town. Pound Town. Anywho, Popo finds out who Tommy is. Then Tommy murks Chewie, child. I can't believe this. Chewie gone. He gone. He gone. He gone. He gone. All right, Power Book 4, Season 2, Episode 2. Detective finds Chewie's body, child. The main detective, the one who's, over pretty much knows the block, knows the streets. Yes, it's on. It's up from here. So he, and then there's this other cop there that's kind of, not kind of, but he's being racist, like Erica Menace, saying stuff at the side of his neck. So, he kind of, checks him a little bit, but not good enough for me. I mean, you're supposed to check him hard if he's supposed to be out there protecting and serving. But, that's the problem we got with these folks in blue. Just saying, if you're going to check them, check them. Don't get going light on them. Now, don't get me riled up. So he checks the racist cop, and then he sees somebody watching from a distance playing a saxophone. And so his name is Chicken Wing, an old black man who's on the streets. And Chicken Wing ain't no snitch, but for a little pocket change, he'll say a little something, something. So he gave him a little something, something that helped in the detective is working that angle. Next, we got Tommy walks in on Diamond penetrating some heifer. He told Diamond he took out Chewie. Diamond got mad. Anywho, Jenard gives the order. Tommy is DEAD on site because he kind of figured that's who took out Chewie. Child, that's all I needed to hear. Next, we got Tommy visiting Victor at Gloria's gravesite. I'm like, why is he following Victor? Anywho, pretty much he's there to find out from Victor, did you or who killed Liliana? That's what he want to know. But Victor ain't talking. Well, next we got Walter. He's presented some bad drugs from this dude named Michael. And, he's like, just some on the south side, with all the black folks. They didn't say black folk. They said that mess that Erica Menace said. Ain't that nothing? But, it is what it is. Folks gonna be folks. And he was like, okay, cool. So he got an idea that Claudia is going to run it, but that ain't really going to happen. So Claudia is in the bed with some dude named Brendan Doyle, I think. His name was Brendan, trying to figure out what's going on with her daddy. And so, I thought she was a lesbian, but I guess she going to do what she got to do to find out some ish. So then he finally, he figures that's why she all on top, making him scream like a girl. And so he finally tells her that, Dublin is running your daddy, and your daddy is asking how high whenever Dublin say jump, or y'all just gonna be broke as a joke and trying to survive, on EBT and WIC. So Claudia takes that information and she gonna do some stuff. So then Diamond comes to Jenard, warning him about Tommy. Like, listen, don't be trying to, get Tommy because Chewie gone. It is what it is. Don't be starting nothing you can't finish. So Jenard looking like, dang, man, I just gave a charge. Now I gotta take it back. Man, Jenard ain't ready for this. Jenard ain't ready. So then Walter threatens Victor with a new job. Look, threatens his own son with a new job to, distribute the bad opioids over on the South Side and to take Jenard's business along with the territory. But Victor says, give it to Claudia. He ain't interested because you killed my woman and F you and all that. Next, we got Mr. Reeves. He is Diamond's PO. Comes in trying to sweat Diamond. Everybody looking like, no, that's no. Talking about, yeah, whoop de whoop de whoop, pee in the cup. Well, dang. Diamond has to oblige. Ooh, that's fine, self. Ooh, I'll hold it while you pee in the cup, Dad. Let me stop. Anyway, Jenard, next we got Jenard, tells his folks to fall back, back, because, we got more important things than Tommy. I got to pay this. I got to pay Rob Peter to pay Paul. I ain't got time to deal with Tommy. That's pretty much what that was. Next, Walter asked Claudia to sell the bad opioids on the South Side because Victor ain't having it. Now, listen, as soon as, outside of Gloria, as soon as Victor said, "No, I ain't doing nothing to the people on South Side," he got love for Diamond and Tommy. And I have a feeling them three gonna get back together again. The Trace Amigos. Mark my words. Mark my words. What else I got? Oh, yeah. So Tommy tries to give Tommy goes over to Miguel. That's the connect that Diamond hooked him up with, to give him a little something, and give him a little something. And child, next thing you know, bullets rang out. It's the Serbs, child. It's the Serbs. They want Miguel dead. They want they listen. That's the life. But in the midst of all that, Tommy saves Miguel's behind, and Tommy gets shot at the same time. So Miguel is, thankful to Tommy. He called his sister over there, who's the nurse, to get them all together and everything. And then Miguel grandma come through. Tommy admiring her car, and now again, white folks ain't taking too kindly in the ghetto. No matter what they doing, they got to really prove themselves around the ghetto. So, because hey, it is what it is. We all know why. So, I believe to looked at him like, I know he ain't talking to me. Tommy was admiring her car because he liked those old schools like his, and she was looking like, I don't know. Anyway, Tommy mosey on, and that's that on that. Child. So then Claudia meets Victor at the bar. He ain't took no shower. She smelled him all the way from the door and tells him the family is in trouble from the info she got from Brendan. But Victor don't care. He want his woman back, and she ain't coming back. So he's just being a butthole right now. Next, we got Stace. That's the DA's office lady. I forgot exactly what her title is. She is, trying to get a task force together because they're trying to figure out why is Tommy with the CBI and Serbs, and they knowing all this stuff is going on, and when Tommy hit town. So, she is trying to get all this together, trying to get all the power players together. And child, I don't know. Next, we got Shanti listening to Lil K talk ish about Jenard because he's upset about all the contradicting orders that's happening and all the mess that Jenard is in, and it just ain't the same like it was with Diamond. So she listened like, dang, my man in trouble. Next, we got Miguel. Miguel wants to hit the Serbs, but he gets shut down by his superior. I don't know who this man is. I got to figure out who, what, where, why, when, and where he come from. But apparently he's the main connect, because Miguel provides the DRUGS. So his boss told him, bag back. Don't do nothing on them Serbs just yet. Bag back. So next we got the Serbs roll up on Jenard for payment of territory. They banging him up outside against the Poor Jenard. I don't know how he gonna make it, child. I don't know how he gonna make it. Anywho, so Jenard goes to Shanti again, and she gives him a loan, child. She keep giving this man money, girl. I guess I ain't that tight, but okay, oh, whatever. Walter begs Victor to sell his bad drugs, apologizes for killing his woman. Really? Really? Anywho, and Victor okays the job as long as Claudia ain't a part of it. Child. So you know what happened to her. She got the boot. And because Walter said, you ain't no man, so bye. Then Tommy's plan to rob Miguel works. First, him and Diamond and what's his name? Big Smurf and them get the Serbs, plant the Serbs at the scene where they take Miguel's drugs. And wow, then Miguel rolls up later to find out a Serb did it because he there and his people dead and it worked. So they didn't rob, they own connect, child. See, that's that. We've seen that before, okay? So next we got Victor at Gloria's graveside again. Child, vowing vengeance on daddy. Okay. Then Lil K drives by on Tommy, misses, and murks little 8-year-old girl. Task force is on. Task force is on. Power Book 4. Season 2, Episode 3. Tommy meets with Diamond and on who shot him, and tells him about the little girl dead. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. They know it was somebody from Jenard's camp. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. Next, we see Tommy pays a visit to Jenard, lets him know, I know it was, you gonna do it, talking mess to how Tommy roll up on Jenard's place and Jenard don't take him out. I'm just real curious, but Jenard's scared. That's what I see it. Then Diamond Foyne ass makes a deal with the CO, the woman that he's screwing who work at the prison, so that he can start selling drugs there, trying to take it from the Serbs, right? So now the task force is announced, and at outside they're holding what are they holding? Like a meeting of the minds with the community. And they're announcing a task force. Jenard and all his people are there. Jenard asking them, where's Lil K? Because, I'm trying to find him because he's the one who killed a little girl and shot at Tommy when he told him, for the most part, Lil K disobeyed an order. So Jenard wants to meet up with him, right? Child, we're going to find out what happens. So then because Tommy got shot at, he gives JP a gun at the house. D-Mac is like, where my strap? It's like, man, sit down. Sit your ass down. Remember how Angry Man on Martin? I can just see it now. Man, sit your ass down. So he mad. He's still in the house, and then he want to go out while the action is. So then JP puts the gun up right in front of D-Mac. Child, don't let nothing happen. Don't let nothing happen. Next, we see the task force discussing Tommy, and they're all, everybody's getting together, but the detective is mad because he told Stakes, don't put me on this task force. But, they was a couple, so you know how that go. I need you here because you're the only one who can do the job right. Yeah, girl, right. You just want him there because that's your man. Anywho, Diamond's worker is almost made by the parole officer coming up out from the basement, but then his homeboy Barber, the old man that don't ever cut nobody hair, he kind of smoothed it over. But I think Big Smurf need to keep it on the low because that parole officer is just a little too nosy for my taste, if you ask me. Anywho, Walter and Victor discuss Claudia, and pretty much Claudia's out. Like I said, she mad and pissed off, but it is what it is. And then we got Jenard talking to his boxing boo, talking about, where Lil K at. And she was like, man, listen, don't be. He's like, I don't know, back talk woman, where Lil K? So she's telling him where he at. Child, that's going to be a mess. Next, we got Walter meets with his creditors. First, about selling the bad drugs on the South Side, and they just reinforcing it. The deal is good. Walter brings him the money. Him and Victor bringing the money, so it's all good. Next, we got Miguel showing off to Diamond and Tommy about what happens when you cross me. So Miguel suspects the two people who only knew about the drop was the ones who was in on it. And so he freezes both their hands with some nitro and then chops it off, and no telling what else he even froze and chopped off, child. Okay. So both Tommy and Diamond was like, you think, well, he don't know nothing. You sure? No, he don't know nothing. Tom was like, no, if he don't know, but I think he do. Because when he was questioning them later on about why you want so much more product, where all this money coming from, his stuff is gone. Now all of a sudden, y'all got this overabundance amount of bread. Mm-hmm. I think Miguel kind of knows. I think I'm with my man Diamond on this one. Okay. So Tommy pays Walter a visit and finds out who killed Liliana just by listening to Walter speak. And it's obvious he's protecting the person who did it. I mean, of course, it's one of his people. It's just that by what he said, he protects his own. As soon as he said that, I said, oh, yeah, that's the confirmation Tommy needed. Yep, that's the confirmation Tommy needed, child. What's next, child? Oh, child, wait a minute. Claudia runs up on Daddy because he broke into her safe and everything. All that was in retaliation because, she got mad about being taken off the project that he gave to Victor. And so because of that, she messed up the books to where they couldn't get in and the password was all messed up. So he took her money, opened her safe and took all her jewelry and whatnot. And she mad, and she just mad because he told her, you're not a man, so stay in a woman's place. Well, dang, she's like, all this yo-yoing ain't helping. Either leave me in my place or don't ask me to run nothing. I get it, girl, I get it. Next, the detective pays Lil K a visit, and he first meets with the grandma. Grandma's like, he ain't here. You know how that is. When the no-nos come, asking without no search warrant. No, ain't nobody here, just me and Lamppost. So he's trying to let her know that I can help, because it's a serious situation. We really want to, get some folks bigger than him, bigger than your grandson. But, grandma's like, just, yeah, whatever, bye. So then, right after that, Lil K takes the trash out. Like, why are you even coming outside in the broad daylight? Anyway, Jenard finds Lil K taking trash out, but Grandma interrupts about some cookies. And then Tommy had Big Smurf keep an eye on Jenard to find out where Lil K is, because pretty much that's the only way he can get to Lil K. And so Big Smurf is watching Jenard get punked for not dealing with Lil K and getting punked by the grandma over some chocolate chip cookies. Well, hey, if she gave me a chocolate chip cookie, I may have to be quiet too. But I love me a little good chocolate chip cookie. The grandma made, man, please. What's next? So Tommy tells Diamond about Jenard being a punk, and Diamond's like, whatever. Then Claudia, and also that Claudia killed Liliana, and he gonna do something about it. But Diamond's like, you need to be sure, not just some hunch, but we all know what happened. Anywho, Kate is sober and making amends, but it ain't working out. Both Tommy's like, man, whatever. And JP was like, man, whatever. She ain't coming, like she need to come with her apology. So hopefully that'll work out. Then Tommy meets up with Claudia and her goons, and he put a gun on her and everything, but he ain't nobody shooting nobody. What you pull a gun on a Flynn daughter and you get to walk away with your gun? Okay, this really is fiction. So next, Diamond sends a message to the wheelchair man in prison who he put in the wheelchair that he gonna have to start dealing with him through his CO concubine. First, he's like, no, but then, she convinces him because he don't want to go to Shady Pines where they don't treat people kindly in wheelchairs. So now, Diamond, like I mentioned earlier, how Diamond and Tommy went to Miguel. Yeah, now he questioned how y'all get all this bread. Well, now that's how they got the bread. Now they got the prison sold up. And Miguel was like, no, the Serbs. No, we took it from the Serbs. So he's like, what the hell? So Miguel was like, I'll let you know if I can give you a re-up. So they like looking like, man, what? Anywho, yeah, so Diamond is helping, is giving giving a haircut, a free haircut, like he was advised to by his PO to the folks in the community. And so he gives it to the young man who was giving the speech outside. And then he says his goodbyes. They making a little great small talk. And then he sees him getting hemmed up outside his window. He rushes him and finds out the boy can't fight. So he probably gonna help him, fight, which is good. Because everybody needs to learn how to fight when they're growing up. Boy and girl. Because something gonna happen. That's just how it is. And you ain't gotta be in no specific neighborhood either. Because folks fight everywhere. That's just how it is when they're young and stupid. So Lil K gets approached by them no-nos, while he taking his grandma to get her check cash. Then, that special detective that's working this case, and he's letting them know, we know you killed a little girl, woo, 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 woo. And Lil K was like, man, if you had any evidence on me, I'll be in handcuffs, so just leave me alone. So detective pressed him a little hard, like, man, we really need you to, to do this, that, and the third. He was like, no, I ain't no snitch. So grandma come, and then that's the end of that. So then Jenard is welcomed by the Serbs. They see him driving along some lone alley area. They box him in, tell him, so-and-so want their money. He was like, just give me a couple of days. They was like, no, and took his Lambo truck. Left him out to walk. So then Big Smurf is watching all this, okay? So then he tells Tommy that, the Serbs took Jenard's Lambo. So then Tommy is trying to find out something more, trying to figure out more about if it's really a thing that Claudia killed Liliana. So he finds Claudia's detail, and he didn't really give up no info, so he murks him. Child, Pope. Tommy don't give a damn, let me tell you. So then Jenard has Lil K pick him up. They argue. Jenard smoking that Sherm or whatever it's called. Lil K confronts him on, being a whack-ass leader, and then they get into it, and then Jenard takes Lil K out. Mind you, across the street, who was telling Tailing them from Big Smurf was Tommy. He sees the murk. I'm like, oh, wow. So now we got Walter and Victor meeting up with Michael after Victor calls the popo on the supplier. Because, see, remember how I said earlier how Victor got a little love for Diamond and them? So pretty much when Victor was supposed to meet with the supplier of the drugs, he called Popo. Yeah, this is an anonymous call. So-and-so got some opioids. He got this blue shirt, striped pants. So then he got busted. So then Michael comes through apologizing. Oh, okay, we can do this. We can do that. We can forget it. And then Walter and Victor's like, no, Walter won his money, and Victor just murked the man because he, was disrespectful. So now Walter got to deal with Doyle and them, and that's a big effing deal. And he cusses Victor the fuck out. Next we got who was that? Oh, JP and D-Mac make up, and D-Mac takes the gun and puts it in his waist. Child, I hope nothing happened. Next we got Diamond and Tommy. They want a group re-up, but Miguel says no. Like I said earlier, Miguel's like, how you get all this bread? Miguel gonna find out. I'm sorry. So then detective finds Lil K, and he's like, dang, all this, that, and the third. At the end, Jenard is still rolling in Lil K's car and buys some H off the street and sniffs it. So now, you never get high your own supply, child. That was Power Book 4, Season 2, Episodes 1 through 3. That's that on that. See y'all next time. Thanks. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Mwah.